Welcome to the treasure trove of folk tales, a magical collection of stories that have inspired generations. Embark on a mythical journey with heroes, fairies, and enchanting creatures, opening the door to a world of imagination and emotion.
The story of the steward of the King of Kashgar, in the dim light of a flickering oil lamp, where darkness and light intersect, like mysterious mists, in the Kashgar desert, a thin man, walking silently like a shadow, appeared before King Steward. It was the steward of the King of Kashgar. And now, his story begins, like a stormy wind, about to blow through the valley of fate. Your Majesty, I was a loyal steward, serving the court of Kashgar, a cold country, covered in white snow all year round, with only 4 months of spring, blooming with thousands of snowflowers. One day, while preparing dinner for our Majesty, a strange soldier entered the kitchen, handed me a small chest wrapped in red silk, and told me to hide it carefully in the underground warehouse, and not to open it for 7 days. Curious as fire catches straw, he waited until midnight on the 7th day, when the moon was high in the sky, and wild cats were howling in the darkness. He ventured to open the chest. Inside was a withered human hand, tightly grasping a blue gem, shining like the eyes of a demon. As soon as he touched the gem, a scream rang out. From deep within the earth, the chest glowed, and he found himself drawn into a strange space, where there was only white mist, and headless figures hovered, whispering in a language that was not human. After that strange event, he was haunted. Every night, he dreamed of a woman, wearing a long black dress, reaching to the ground, with no face, only a pair of white eyes, staring at him. She came near, and repeated the curse. Whoever wakes the sleep of the heavenly gem, that person will lose the most precious thing in life. He was frightened, and told the story to the old magician who guarded the eastern wind tower. After hearing it, he turned pale, and said tremblingly, "That is the spirit, Jade, the jade that holds the ghost of the priestess Karana, who was burned alive for betraying the court. Whoever touches it, their soul will be exchanged with the ancient ghost soul, if there is no way to dispel it, to dispel the curse." The magician told him to find the blue flame, in the ancient temple of the Shadowless, located deeply in the wild mountains to the north, where no one has ever returned alive. He immediately set out that night, carrying the jade, with a heavy heart, like a stone in the deep abyss. On the way, he lost his way, in the forest of trees growing upside down, where birds do not chirp, where the wind does not blow. Every step, a whisper rang out, from the creepy roots, like the fingernails of a dead person. He saw the face of the woman in black, appearing on the bark of the tree. She repeated many times, "What is your most precious thing, O steward of the King of Kashgar?" He did not dare to answer, but in his heart, he knew that it was his sister, Serena, the only one left in the family. After the terrible plague, finally, he reached the temple of the Shadowless, where as soon as he stepped in, his figure completely disappeared. There were 3 doors in the temple, which he had to choose. The first door, the way of glory. The second door, the way of sorrow. The third door, the way of sacrifice. Finally, he chose the third door. As soon as he entered, he found himself falling into a vortex, where time ran backwards, and childhood memories. A moment for playing together between him and his sister appeared like smoke. A voice rang out, "To free your soul, sacrifice what you love most." At that moment, the image of my sister, Serena, appeared in the blue fire, crying, asking for help. The blue gem shook violently. A harsh choice. Either throw the gem into the fire, to save his soul, or throw my sister into the fire, to keep everything in the fateful moment. He did not hesitate, throwing the heavenly gem into the fire. The blue fire engulfed the gem, turning it into glowing ashes, as if it were melted diamond. The soul of the priestess Karana screamed, disappearing into nothingness. As for him, he fell, losing a part of my soul. From then on, he could no longer feel the taste of food, the thing that had been with him all his life. He returned to the Kashgar palace, telling the emperor everything. He was impressed, and kept him at the court, but every night he saw the shadow of a woman in black, standing in front of the threshold of the fireplace, not saying a word, just silently looking into the empty space, where his shadow should have been. And that, sire, is the story of him, a little steward, who once held the heavenly pearl, and crossed the boundary of the soul. And when night came, Scheherazade gently raised her eyes to the king. But if your majesty is still interested in strange things, let me continue the story of a strange man. For the next one is more perverse, more cunning, and strange than any I have ever seen. The barber, with 6 wicked brothers, and a tongue like a sword, is the one who will make your majesty laugh and shudder.
The tale has come to an end, yet the magic of these legends lives on in your heart. Keep dreaming and spreading the wonder.